Mainly around this area is where it gets the dirtiest. Oh yeah, there's some nasty stuff right there. Today I'm doing a preventative maintenance on this Hoshizaki Flaker ice machine. I'm going to be taking it all apart, cleaning and sanitizing the internal parts, cleaning the condenser, changing the water filter, and emptying out the storage bin. Let me start by getting it all opened up. My panels are all taken off, so now I can see the inside of the ice machine. Like I said, it's a Flaker 801. Need to remove all of this ice from the chute and from the bin. Put it in the trash can, go dump it. In the process of taking this ice out, did want to point out that inside of the top panel has cleaning instructions, parts breakdown, water trough breakdown, and some good maintenance schedule guidelines to go off of. I think that those are good instructions, but the way I do it is just a little bit more efficient. As soon as I empty out all this ice, I will be messing with some of these switches and warming up my evaporator, adding my descaler solution. But normally I just try to get all the ice out of the way first before I start doing my disassembly and my cleaning. Now that I've emptied out all the ice, you can kind of see the reason why we want to empty out all the ice to clean off the bottom. Eventually the bottom will get so bad that the drain will clog up. So that's why we empty out the storage bin. We'll also be dropping this in a little bit to clean behind it. If your machine's working as it should at some point in time, it'll click on. So while I was emptying out the ice, I switched to off. What'll happen is while you're emptying out the ice, the auger will just start turning. So just flip it to off. There you go, auger's turning, but we don't want it to make ice. So we're gonna click it off. We actually want the water to drain out of the evaporator and out of the water tank. So what I normally do is from the off state, I'll swap this from ice to drain. And then when you click it on, it energizes this dump valve, which dumps water into this overflow tray. And then eventually it goes down the drain. After all the water is drained, I will click this off. Oh, look, I almost overflowed the trough. Keep an eye on that. Let's see. Oh, almost again. Better wait. Next thing I normally do is I just go to start disassembling this so I can warm up my evaporator, add my descaler solution into there. So that's what I'm gonna do now, is just loosen up all of these finger screws, loosen up these wing nuts. I'll probably take the bin control off, which is this black guy with the wires attached to it. And then you can pull the ice chute up and out. So took off the spout. Before I actually take off the chute, what I need to do is I need to warm the evaporator. And then after I warm the evaporator, I'll add my descale solution and let it sit for 10 minutes. I will put my spout back on it, reattach it to the chute, let it make ice for 10 minutes after that, and then I'll fully disassemble it. But for right now, just pour my hot water directly into the evaporator. You'll know what your water level is inside the evaporator based off the water level in the water trough. So just keep going. Try not to splash water everywhere like I just did. So that's about, whatever that is, 64 ounces, 2 quarts. I'll let that sit for 5 to 10 minutes, drain it out like I did before, and then I'm gonna add my descale solution. Now that I have my Hoshizaki scale away all mixed up, I like to add it directly into the evaporator. I already drained out the previous hot water. The instructions only called for 4 ounces. I rounded it up to 8 because why not? Also, this O-ring is broken, which sucks. we'll figure that out later. Just fill. Try to get as much of it into there as possible. As soon as you're done, start a timer, or I like to start a timer. And then what I'll do is reconnect my spout to the chute and let it sit. And then I will turn it on, let it make ice for 10 to 15 minutes, and then call it good. Now that I've filled up my water trough and my evaporator with the descaler, reattach the spout to the chute. I am going to click it on here in a minute. While it's sitting, I'm going to clean my condenser, blowing from the back towards the front because the air flows this way, so we want to blow the dust out that way. I'm also going to be dropping the ice deflector, which is this guy right here, clean behind it. Behind the ice deflector is notorious for getting dirty, and then I'm going to do my best to scrub this crud off of the bottom of the storage bin. I cleaned my condenser and turn it on. Now the machine is in the process of making ice. I'm gonna let that run for 10 minutes. This is what I meant by dropping the ice deflector. So I took out the 2 screws that were here and here so that I can clean mainly around this area is where it gets the dirtiest. I'll clean the back side of this, and then I will put it back up in place and then clean the rest of the bin. And then I'll just rinse out any of the descaler ice that drops down the chute. I usually just turn the machine off at this point. The ice is mostly clear. When it first started making, it was nice and green, and the water in the trough is mostly clear. When I started, it was mostly green. I've cleaned the top part, put this back. I still need to scrub out the bottom, but I didn't want to do it while the ice was falling. I'm going to disconnect everything. What I normally do is I take off the spout, the chute, pull out the water trough. I might not do it. I'll open this up and take a peek inside there. Oh yeah, there's some nasty stuff right there. So I'll pull that water trough out. And this hose, maybe not this one, maybe this one. This one is super dirty, but it's stained. I've taken it out before and tried to clean it. It doesn't really clean up all that well. And right here, I went to pull it off and this plastic tray cracked. So I had to silicone it back in place to avoid having to buy a new one. So after I get this all disassembled, I'll show you what it looks like. Now that I've fully disassembled this, I want to show you what I'm working with. Water trough removed, spout and chute removed. This drain hose is still connected because I'm going to clean out this stuff and push everything down that drain. So I don't want it to just drop down on here. I will be pulling this out and cleaning it in a second. Pulled out my dump valve to check that. I'm not going to mess with this guy because it is a super pain in the rear end. Plus it's stained, so no matter how much I clean that, it's not going to fix anything. You can order new lengths of this hose if you absolutely need it to be clean. Let's see what else. Yeah, I'm going to clean off this area as well, and then I'm going to go over here. And what I normally do is I just clean a part one at a time and then take it, sanitize it, and put it back where it belongs. I got this machine put all back together. All my parts are cleaned, sanitized, and I'm just checking the machine for proper operation. As you can see, based off this wet sign, I had a heck of a time with that water filter, but got it taken care of and cleaned out the bottom of the storage bin. Fortunately, the corners are kind of stained a bit, but I scrubbed it. Still need to sanitize the bin, but everything is good to go. Once this thing starts dropping a good amount of ice, I will be moving on. This is my bottle of sanitizer, which is Manitowoc sanitizer, but it amounts to the same thing. and I'll spray all my surfaces. I'm gonna get down underneath there as well and take care of that. All put back together. Nice pile of ice forming. All finished with that Hoshizaki Flaker preventative maintenance. That was an F-801 MAH. That was a 6-month preventative maintenance. I did not follow the cleaning instructions step by step. I did that on purpose because I feel like the way I do it is a little bit more efficient, a little bit more time saving. The cleaning instructions don't really break down how to step by step disassemble the machine for cleaning. That really just comes from experience. I've done it at least several times. I don't remember the exact number, but enough times to where I don't need to look at the cleaning instructions anymore. If it's your first time doing it, I would recommend you follow the cleaning instructions. It'll probably save you, or go back and watch the video a couple times and then do it that way. If you need more information about cleaning and sanitizing ice machines, servicing ice machines, or repairing ice machines, Ice Machine 411 has great videos covering both Hoshizaki, Isomatic, Scotsman, and all that good stuff. So check out Patreon as well. There's a free Ice Machine 411 group chat, totally free. Just sign up and then join the chat, ask your questions. You can also email me directly at icemachine411@gmail.com. I'll do my best to get back to you. Until next time, I appreciate you watching all the way to the end of the video, and we'll see you on the next one.